When you want to smack a god in the mouth and skeet on the Tarrasque, epic levels are for you. Otherwise, they are not really for-player characters. There's a reason in Dungeons & Dragons books that they have talk about retirement, retiring characters. And I'm sure everyone out there, most of you, I don't know, have heard that before. Retire a character. Well, here's the reason why you do something like that. After a certain point, characters become nigh invulnerable and aren't very fun to play. Yes, whipping your dick out and proving, oh, I'm the man, might be fun 3 times, but after that, after a point when nothing can lay a smacker down on your candy ass, when nothing can really go over on you, what's really the point of playing? Now, I've heard people actually start games at Epic. I'm going to be starting at 23rd level. And I go, ooh, that's booty. What's wrong with you, Tony Giovanni? Get along, baby. That is just ridiculous. Make me sad to play role-playing games. What you just done. You know, and my man, your Dungeon Master, DM Johnny, sent me this video about the worst play you could see in a game. And now I've seen this in shops myself, and many of you have seen this too. Which is a bunch of tools sitting around a table. And they were old, man. They were old. And I'm an old dude, but they was old to me. You understand what I'm saying? These guys have been playing D&D for 912 years, and not once did they do it right. Not once did they get it right. It was their won't to sit there. I watched the video for like 9.5 minutes just to see one thing. Did they at any time actually play in character roleplay? And answer was a resounding, oh, hell no. There wasn't a scrap, a scrape. There was like, I don't know, looked like a 9-year-old kid and some dudes that were 935 years old sitting there, and that was what the game he sent me. So thanks for that, wasting my time, brother. Just absolute absurdity personified, this role-playing game. And these are the kind of guys that go, oh yeah, I'm fit to be a god and skeet on the Tarrasque. I mean, it's ridiculous. Now let's think about what, we had this talk, me and my man Onion Kid and some other people were tuning in, talking about what is epic level characters? The video I made previously about, you know, I said, well, you know, your ninth, I think I started at like 17th level, because that's like, wow, big time level to me. In the games I've run, no one has ever made it past 14th level. This is the highest level, and I have been running games for 24 years. 24 years I've been running games. 14th level is the highest anyone has ever made it in one of my games. 14th level. Okay, that is a really high level for me. As a game master, boy, your character got a lot of power on them. Your character doesn't have that much vulnerability on them at this point. It becomes more difficult to rattle a player, to scare the player. Sure, you know, you can throw the save versus death style in there. Oh, you had a character for 5 years, save versus death again, or be disintegrated forever. How many times can you do that, though? When does it start losing its flair? When does it start losing its edge? When does it seem grasping at straws? And when are the challenges? Oh, an entire nation attacks just you. An entire nation. My armor class is 900. Fuck you. None of them can hit me. I will slowly carve them all down on my bastard sword. Plus 85. You know, that's the way we do it around here. So, after he gets done dropping the big leg on an entire nation, 2 gods come down and he just smashes them together, takes their portfolios, and ascends himself. I don't really see what else you're going to do at that point. I am now a god and will rule over all things of my portfolio. And, you know, you're doing a whole different game. Yeah, can you play at that level? Can you play some gods? Can you go at it intellectually and interestingly? I suppose. So if you have really incredibly talented players and a very versatile game master. Now, what I really see what attracts that style of really, really bad games. So if you're like just new to the hobby, like someone's like, hey, we're going to play 21st level. You're like, oh, all right. First of all, you have so much stuff in your character sheet. Good luck ever figuring out what half of it does. And going, you know, definitely absolutely not the way to start a character, because there's so much there that it's daunting. And just don't even think to play someone who casts spells, because that is way too much text to read. You don't want to get involved with that at all. I see these games, they characters take, 17 days to make. The games last 17.5 minutes. So you get like a half a minute longer of play than, you know, the days you spent making that character. They seem to go very, very poorly. Now, I've only ever played once an epic level character. I played it from first level, got all the way up to 21st level. The Game Master was absolute balls. However, once I got up there and I had artifacts and stuff, I had pages of magic items. This is when I was 15, 16, during the character run. And, I mean, it just got to the point of being silly, you know? And I was a druid, so every time, oh, it's an arrow of druid slang. I'm like, really? Really? They just be handing those out? I'm a bad guy. I get an arrow of druid slang. And where, this was an AD&D second edition, so where was that knock an arrow to the ground feat? To the ground with you, arrow! I needed that one. Be like, aha, what you got now? Oh, another arrow. Ha-ha, the ground again. How many druid arrow slings do you have? I have as many as I need. You know, just ridiculous. The threats have to be unbelievable. And the problem is, as a game master, you cannot throw unbelievable threat, unbelievable threat, unbelievable threat, unbelievable threat. It has to be drawn back, pulled back, and or it starts losing its edge. It starts being, well, it's not really a disintegrate there. You're just trying to, you just feel like you have to try to kill the character, otherwise, what else are you going to do, you know? People go, oh, well, you could run a merchant house or a temple or something. It's like, dude, you could do that at 15th level. You could do that maybe even at, like, 7th level, depending on where you are. 9th level. You know, you certainly don't need those epic levels. For me, epic levels are absolutely not for the player characters. I didn't enjoy it being an epic level one time. Of course, the Game Master was very, very horrible. I think with the right Game Master, okay, maybe we can go for a short deal. Say you've earned that 19th level, and then you haven't played a character for like a year, and it's like, all right, boom, we're gonna tell this one story where they had to come back and whoop that ass. All right, you come back, you walk tall, you whoop that ass. But after that, it's not something that's going to have those longevity, those legs, and so forth. Now, for me, I always like to earn my levels. I feel uncomfortable when I get like a, so start at 4th level. I say, dude, I don't want to start at 2nd level. Let me be 1st level and earn my shit. Invest time in my character, invest time in my game. I'll entertain you. We'll have a damn good time. Let's tell those early stories so I can have a better sense. The first levels are so much fun. Now, I like to keep it long and strong. You understand? Keep it going for a long, long time. Now, when you're doing that, you can build and build and build, and it can be hard to turn loose on that character, but really at a certain point, it just isn't that fantasy game anymore, and that's really a big problem where you have the breakdown at high levels. Dungeons & Dragons is based on European, and to a much lesser degree, Middle Eastern folklore. That's what the game is based on. That's why all the characters are white. They're all white. Look at old versions of D&D. There ain't nothing but white in that book. I guarantee it. So, you got all these, and for some reason I'm monk. I don't know. That character doesn't make any sense. So, you have all that stuff in the book based on Europe. That's where the mythological cycles are coming out of. You have these sort of characters that you're trying to get in that style. And the inspiration is everything up to, you know, you got Charlemagne or Robin Hood, real world types. Then you have, you know, sliding scale more and more into fantasy, whether it's Gandalf in Lord of the Rings or Hercules from Greek mythology, whether it's Gilgamesh. It doesn't really matter which one of these characters it is. Those are the inspiration points for these character classes, for these characters that you are portraying. And when your leaps and bounds hit his shoulders, you understand, above all these others, what really is left? You know, I'm talking to Onion Kid about that and saying, you know, he's saying, brother, there's nothing left. He's going to do a video about this too. What's left? You know, I mean, absolutely there's nothing left for that inspiration. When you're like, oh, come here, Hercules. Ah, ground with you, Hercules. Fuck your labors, you bitch ass. And he's like, oh, gosh, stop beating me. It just really kind of breaks down. One of the kind of bad points there is the unbelievably bad novels that they put out for Forgotten Realms. Now, it's true that all Forgotten Realms novels are bad, but there's various shades of bad. Well, Bobby Salvatore's novels are readable. Some of them might not even be bad. But some of these other ones, boy, those time of trouble stuff. I mean, they may as well have just, you know, sent you like feces in between the pages, and this is just garbage. It's like, I'm going to take my party here and make them all gods. Like, ew, dude, come on now. We all know Kellen Moore's in the corner cutting himself, listening to My Chemical Romance. I'm a Weird Panther. My family are Weird Panthers. I'm going to cut my girlfriend's name into my arm. Emo dork. That's my god for death? Oh, I think not. I reject ye. Cyric. Granted, Cyric is a great character, great god to have, but the fact that he and everyone else he knew, you know, he's like a Spider-Man villain. They're like, Spider-Man, I know you, and now I have powers. It gets stretched to the point of being silly hero to the party, and the way they portray him in the party, they're like, what, 35? Like, I'm 27 years old and now a god. It took you 27 years to be a god? That's a little steep on the curve there. It gets ridiculous. I mean, that's not cool. Let's just face it, facts right off the bat. That's not cool. That's pathetic. It's just shit writing. Grasping at straws pathetic. If you're going to have a person that's in there, first of all, right off the bat, they need to be special. Secondly, something major needed to happen to them. Third of all, they need to have had something really lucky interjected in there. And I'm not talking about Weird Panther special. I'm talking about real special. And they needed to be working. And they needed to work for a long-ass time. And then maybe, just maybe, that one person could have ascended up there. There's like a, mythology, like Hercules, getting up there. Now remember, Zeus's son. That's a major one thing. He's not just some piece of trash sitting there like, I'd be a god now. It's just silly. It gets silly. What I'm trying to say is don't read those particular D&D stories and go, oh, let's ape that for our game. It's going to come off tacky and silly. And if you start telling people about it, they're going to have that really uninterested look on their face and just throw you on the ground and put some boots to you. And rightfully so. You deserve them. Trust me on that point. Now, really what I'm going to talk about, though, is those epic levels. What the fuck is an epic level? People were talking in a video response call. I need to kiss some other people as well. What? And I said, man, who are these high-level characters, you know? If your high-level characters aren't the characters that the whole mythology is built on, aren't they? You know, your Lancelots and your King Arthurs. They aren't your Hercules. They aren't your Gilgamesh. You know, they're not Gandalf. Oh, Gandalf's a 5th-level wizard. Gandalf's a 5th-level wizard. Okay. So, boy, we're kind of to the point of being ridiculous, and we're to the point of being parody. You know, you have badass, cool, and then it just, you know, you can go to a level of parody where it's just a joke, where you're in an anime, where, you know, you're nothing else. I think, you know, epic level characters. Who could I think of? Batman and Hulk Hogan. You know, that's it. Batman is like the highest level dude in the world. It's like it. He's like, I'm the highest level dude. I'm 23rd level, and no one else is epic level. I'm Batman. That's how I can be in the same adventuring party as Superman, because we fight Darkseid. And I'm talking about that Batman. We're talking about fighting alien threats, Justice League, comic books, or cartoons. Not movie Batman. That dude is like 8th level, maybe. Now, so there's a massive difference in Batman. Batman goes all over the place, you know. In that old stupid Batman cartoon where he's like 2nd level, or Batman show where he's like 2nd level to, you know, I don't know, 29th level, maybe higher. But, you know, when you get that sort of jadedness, and my character has to be so badass that I have to be 29th level, there's going to be no more challenges. The thing is, you see lethargy set in that person. You see laziness set in. You see uninterested. They're all, I'm shielded, I'm protected. I got a 928 AC. I got 1,000,003 hit points. 3. Just in case you just trying to be slick and be like, 1,000,002 damage. And I still got a hit point. And now, to the mouth. The characters, they get ridiculous. You know, they get absolutely ridiculous. I don't really see much in the way of a play point for them. Epic levels, I don't like them. I own the Epic Level Handbook. I've literally opened it at some point and didn't buy it by itself. I bought huge lots of books. That's how I got my D&D stuff. Huge lots on eBay, because you pay a lot less for them. At least you used to. I don't know what they go for now. I did real well on my 3.5 stuff. Bought it right at the right time, in the right amounts. Epic level handbook just happened to be in there. Oh, okay. And it'll go up on my shelf to sit there for eternity. Absolutely not so interested in. You no longer really have that fear. And the only way to manufacture that fear is to go off to levels that are ridiculous. And you, as a game master, you can't keep going there. There's a finite quality for that. You might not understand what I'm saying, but give it a few tries. And I would really strongly recommend this, particularly for new game masters. I hear them go every once in a while, I'm going to run an epic level game. I say, no, don't do it, man. Don't do it, man. And I throw them on the ground. And that's how you handle that situation.